So with this next step, you're going to choose some mat board to use for your photos. There is black, white, and gray. Again, you're using the 11 by 14 mat board out of the blue bin over on the counter. The color is just a matter of preference, so you can lay your photos out on the mat board and see which color they work with best. If you choose white, please make sure that you're getting the white that is white on both sides and that you're not using the back of a gray or black piece, okay, because then you're just wasting the gray and the black. I'm going to use white for the demonstration here so that you can see my pencil marks a little bit better. The first thing we're going to do is make sure that we're going to have 1.5 inches all the way around for our border. So I'm going to start in this upper left-hand corner, and I'm going to measure down 1.5 inches from the top and in 1.5 inches from the side. And notice I'm just making some small pencil marks. I'm going to make them a little bit bigger for this demonstration just to make sure that you can see my marks, okay? But you want to make yours pretty light so that they're easy to erase if they end up showing at the end, okay? So I have 1.5 inches from the corner down and in from the side. That's where, whichever picture you decide to put on the left, that's where that picture is going to go. So I'm going to set my picture against those marks, and then I'm going to make sure it's straight. And then I'm going to mark the other two sides of my picture, the inside and the bottom edge. I'm going to set my picture that's going to go on the right next to that. You're not leaving any space in between the two photos. Move this over a little bit. And I'm going to mark the top, side, and bottom of that photo. So what you will end up with will be marks that are going to mark out exactly where your photos go, okay? And then that will tell us where to measure out from. So from the side, from the right side of my picture that was all the way over on the right, I'm going to measure 1.5 inches out from that. So right there, there's my 1.5 inch border on that side. And from the bottom of my two pictures, I'm going to measure 1.5 inches from that. And that will be my bottom edge. So we're going to cut the mat board down so that it fits these pictures perfectly. Okay, I'm measuring just for my pictures, and you will be measuring for your pictures. Okay, so as long as you start in this upper left-hand corner, measuring in 1.5 inches, just lay your picture down, mark the sides, lay your next picture down, mark the sides, and then this is what we're going to cut off. Okay, so I'm going to leave small marks around my pictures so that I can easily erase those later. But this is where we're going to be cutting the mat board off. So I'm going to draw that line because it does make it easier to do the cutting when you have that line that goes from the top to the bottom. And make sure my ruler is parallel with the end of my mat board here before I draw this line. Okay, so this is the area that I'm going to cut off here and here, so that I will then have 1.5 inch border going all the way around my photos. So I'm going to cut this down at the paper cutter. You can use either paper trimmer, just not the gray one where it slides up and down where you trimmed your photos. That is only 4 photos. But the other 2 paper cutters in the room can be used to cut down the mat board. And then I will show you how to adhere the photos to the mat board and finish it up.